This is a unique looking phone. What do you get when you try to mix a BlackBerry with a modern Android phone? Well, this is essentially it. The BlackBerry KEYone looks like the love child between a traditional all-screen smartphone and a BlackBerry with a physical keyboard, and it kind of performs like this as well. If you've been watching this channel, you'll probably agree that there is a market for a phone with physical keyboards, and that this market exists within a subset of the Android market. And this is where the BlackBerry KEYone originally was supposed to fit in. Much like when it was released, it still stands today as a very unique, attractive looking phone. Its silver metal chassis overlaid with its screen and the keyboard makes for a very unique profile. And it follows that I'm happy to say that the performance and the experience of using the BlackBerry KEYone in today's smartphone market is just as unique as when it was released. In this video, I'll go over how using the KEYone is a special kind of experience, and how that for users with a different set of demands for their smartphone, that this might be the perfect fit. The screen on the KEYone is weird. There's no way around it. And by weird, I don't necessarily mean bad. This is a nice looking screen at its core. At 1620 by 1080 pixels, this is by no measurement a poor looking screen. The weird thing about the screen is that it only measures 4.5 inches. What major smartphone manufacturer can you think of makes a phone that is 4.5 inches large? And because of its unusual screen size, the KEYone has a very cool 433 pixels per inch. So while this strange screen size and resolution will definitely make things like playing YouTube videos a little uncomfortable with large black bars around the video, I was surprised how well the screen worked for certain productivity tasks. The smaller width of the frame and the smaller width of the keyboard allowed me to cycle through my emails and pound out replies fairly easily with one hand. The decent resolution on the 4.5 inch screen also made reading documents quite easy, and the touch sensor found in the keyboard helped with this as well. So while 4.5 inches might be a very strange screen size for a phone, it doesn't detract from any of the productivity goals that the BlackBerry is geared towards. You're certainly not buying this thing solely to watch videos, but if you need to, you certainly can on this screen. So now we have the keyboard, which is probably the main reason you're interested in purchasing the KEYone. In order to talk about the keyboard on the KEYone, you have to talk about it relative to other phones, and then secondly, you have to talk about it relative to other BlackBerries. Compared to other phones, particularly on the market today, the KEYone is definitely a godsend. If you're watching this channel or you're watching this video, you're likely a fan of physical keyboards, and they are, more than ever, a dying breed these days. The KEYone was one of the most modern takes of the classic BlackBerry keyboard, and it certainly does not disappoint. It's backlit, key travel is good, and there's also a built-in fingerprint sensor in the spacebar. If I were asked to choose between a virtual keyboard on the newest flagship or the keyboard on the KEYone, my decision would be quick and easy. The KEYone hands down. The tactile feedback, the shortcut keys make typing so much more pleasurable on the KEYone, and while I may not necessarily type faster on this thing, I would certainly type for longer. So now that we've established that physical keyboards are still kind of awesome, what we should talk about is how the KEYone stacks up with its heritage, the rest of the BlackBerry keyboards. And the short answer is the KEYone is a great BlackBerry keyboard, but not better than the BlackBerry Classic. Everything is very strong in terms of what you're expecting from the BlackBerry brand. Dependable and comfortable rubberized keys that are backlit that have alternate commands on each key. A sensible button layout that has alternate and 2 shifts buttons that allow you to do quick, accurate typing. So if you're used to using BlackBerry keyboards, you'll feel right at home on the KEYone. In terms of how it stacks up with some of the more recent BlackBerries, the KEYone is certainly a different typing experience than the BlackBerry Passport. You're really working with a different set of muscle memories if you're transferring from the Passport. I would liken it much more to the BlackBerry Classic's typing experience. Stay tuned for a future video just on a comparison between the two keyboards. In terms of the operating system, this thing is running Android. The latest available version is Android 9, and TCL has announced that they will continue to support this device even after the end of the BlackBerry TCL relationship. Stay tuned for a future video for a full breakdown on how the BlackBerry KEYone's internals stack up with modern smartphone standards. So, in summary folks, if you're looking at the BlackBerry KEYone and thinking that's a strange phone, well, it certainly is. It's a unique experience that offers the best of the BlackBerry keyboard paired with a screen size that allows you to execute on some of the more productivity themed applications of BlackBerry. So tell me what you think. Are you able to use the KEYone in today's smartphone marketplace? Leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.